Okay, so we're going to have a programming proper, and if you can see, so we have the problem here. So our problem says that create a program that will compute for the area of the triangle. So provided that the two sides are given. Okay, so this is now our problem. So we're now going to create a program that will solve for the area of a triangle. Okay, so first thing first, okay, when you have the problem, the first thing that you are going to do in order for you to be able to solve, okay, the problem, no? Dali lang siya mag-create of program is you're going to design first an output. Okay? So what will be your expected output? So that's the first thing that you're going to do. So our expected output will be like this. So in our output, we're going to put a box here. Okay, so matong kita output. Okay. So muna ito makita dapat sa tong program pag i-run na itong program. So first, we are going to display first the what area of triangle. So dapat makita nato na ang area of triangle. Okay? Then followed by, of course, we are going to display, no? Actually, it depends sa imo kung if you're going to display the formula or not. But in this case, much better if we're going to display the formula. So the formula will be area is equals to, okay, base, okay, times the height, okay, divided by 2, or that is 1/2 base times height. Okay, that's the area. Then next is we're going to enter the following. Okay, enter. Okay, enter now the following. So we're going to enter the base. Okay, given siya, you're going to input the base, and then we are going to input also the height. Okay, so we're going to input the height, and of course we're going to display now the area. Okay, so area is equals to, okay, this is now the result. Okay, so this will be the output. So muna ito makita dapat sa tuang program when we're going to run the program. Okay, this is actually we're trying to create a program which using no, using the basic, okay, basic IO. Okay, basic IO. When we say IO, I stands for what, input, and O stands for what, output. Okay, so we're going to use the basic input output. Okay, so in our program we are going to make use of the input, okay, and we're going to make use of the output. So there is an equivalent code for input, and there is also an equivalent code for output. Now we have already the output, okay, so it would be easier for us to design, no, or to create a program if we have the designed output. So we have the first, we have the statement of the problem, and then second is the designed output. So if the given is only the problem, so therefore you can make your own output, design output. Kung may bahala sa yung design output. Okay, kung si gusto ninyo mahitabo. But usually when I give problems, is especially if kanang tawag ani kanang sa inyong examination or to say practical exams, so I usually give the output. Ako ang design sa output so that na amoy guide kung unsa ang inyuhang dapat buhaton, okay, based sa output. Okay, para ang inyong buhaton lang is just to create a flowchart or to create a program. So nanay guide daan based output. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do, since we have already the output, is we're going now to create the flowchart. Okay, so mag-create na ta karon og what we call this one as flow chart. Okay, remember the flow chart sa PowerPoint. Okay, so just take note of that. So the first is we have the start, this one, the start. Okay, we have now the start, kinimbrag oblong. Okay, so this is the start. Okay, followed by what? Okay, the things that you cannot see in the output is the start. and the start contains the preprocessor directives, okay, which I'm going to later on give, no, unsa ang mga equivalent code niya. Then the next one is initialization, okay. So initialization, usually we're going to use this box. This is not a tawag ani kanang process box, but this is actually an initialization box, okay. The first thing that we're going to identify are the variables. So what will be the variables that we're going to use? Okay, we have the area, we have the base, and then we have also the height. So what will be the data type that we're going to use? So for now, para dili medyo complicated, is we're going to use the data type that is equivalent to integer. For area, pwede siya i-separate, no? Because area could have a decimal point, so you can use float or double float for the area. So i-separate. So say for example, separate na lang, okay? Say for example, the input for base and height are all whole numbers, so integer siya. So therefore, we are going to initialize the value integer int, and then you have the base b that represents the base, and height that represents, or h that represents the height. And then we have also what? Float. Okay? Float, that is area. Okay? So di na to siya pwede isagol because we wanted niya na decimal value ang yang float. Okay? Next to that is we are going to what? Display now. Okay, so kanya itong i-display. So kung next na ani is kung saan makita nimo sa output, mo na itong ibutang dili karon sa flowchart. So like for example, we are going to display the area of the triangle, display the formula, di ba? And display also this one enter, kaning word nga enter lang. So therefore, again, we're going to display, we're going to use this kind of kaning tawag ani flowchart, no? You can also use katong ganyan na katong IO box, but you can use also this one. This is purely display. If this will be the box that you're going to use, meaning purely display lang gid siya. So we're going to display here katong area of triangle, okay? Area of triangle, then the formula, and also the word enter. Okay? So those are the things that you're going to display. Okay? So di lang ka siya maklara, but kindly listen na lang to my explanation. Okay, after sa display, what we're going to do is we're going to also this will also be included the base. So enter and then the base. Okay, apil pa ang base di ay, no? So take note, kaning blank, this would represent an input because we're going to enter the value. So therefore, what we're going to do here is we're going to have this one, no? We call this one as IO box. Okay? You can also make use of this one as a display. So kani siya nga box, pwede gamiton. Kaya lang, you have to indicate that that is a display. That is why you need to put the word display. Okay? So in this case, since we're using this one as an input, okay, we have also to emphasize that we're going to input a value. So here we're going to write what? Input. Okay, what is now the variable assigned for base? So the variable that is assigned for base is kaning b. So therefore we're going to say input b, meaning we're going to input a value, and the value now will be stored to the variable b. Okay, after inputting your b, okay, don't forget the arrows, because this arrow will tell you what will be the next thing or the next step that you're going to do. Okay, so after that one, we are going to display. Okay, display what? Display height. Again, for this symbol, di na kailangan butang word ni display kasi automatic ang meaning ang display man. But for this one, kung kanino mong gamiton, you need to put the word display height. Okay? Or you're going to make use of the word input b. Okay? Kasi you need to emphasize nga input ang b, dili siya ingon nga display, because we could also make use of b as our display, no? Pwede po natin i-display ang b. So after input ka, nag-input, okay, this one kining height, so display na to ang height, okay, display ta. After that, we're going to input the height. So therefore, what will happen here is we are going to say input height. Okay? So input, kasi assign variable sa height, h. So input h. Okay, input height. Then after that, okay, next is we're going to what? Before you are going to display the area in between, since naman tag input sa base, naman tag input sa height, we're not going to process. Okay, i-process na to siya. So therefore, what we're going to do here is we're going to do the processing. Okay, area now is equals to you have b, the base, times the height, and then divided 1 by 2. That's the process. After that, we're going to display now the area. Okay, so display area at the same time display ang result. Okay, we're going to display the result. We're going to display now the area. Okay, so display area. First, we're going to display the area. This one is the word area. And then display also what? A. This will display now whatever the value of your A here, which is the result of this one, of the process. Okay, kung sa result niya diri, iyan ang i-display diri. At the same time, it will also display the word area. Okay? And then after that, what will happen next is, of course, you start with the symbol and you also end with that symbol. So that is end. Okay? So from the given problem, we design an output, and from the given output, we now design a flowchart. The first thing that we're going to do is to create a flowchart. Okay? Then after creating the flowchart, we're now going to convert the flowchart into source code. Okay, source code. Okay, so the next thing is, okay, so I will just cut this one off, and then we're going to continue for a while. Okay.